Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Global
Global
Oh,
Digital
digital
Success
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 Talk.
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 Happy and blessed Monday to everyone, and happy and blessed week ahead for everyone, too. So today's topic is
Today, we're going to be talking about why ordinary people are creating extraordinary change together in the digital era.
yes, that's what we're going to be talking today. But before we dive into our topic, let us introduce ourselves. So, hi, everyone. My name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama, but currently residing here in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I also work in the movie industry, and I'm a proud digital business owner and mentor.
Hello,
Hello,
my name
hi.
is Pat.
Go
Oh,
ahead, Nancy.
hello, my name is Patsy, and originally I came from Brunei with my husband Joseph. Now we are digital business owner and mentors.
Hello,
Thank you.
hi everyone. My name is Yesenia, but everyone knows me as Jessie. I'm a nurse by profession, and I live here in Ontario, Canada. And yes, I have my business online and a mentor at the same time.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. Happy Monday. My name is Isabel. I am originally from Mexico, now residing in North Carolina. I am a wife, a mother of three. I'm a grandmother of two, and I'm also a former educational assistant and now a proud digital business owner.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Connie. I'm originally from the Philippines, so mabuhay to everyone. And I'm living here in British Columbia, Canada. I'm a wife, stepmom, a grandma, great ma, and also a digital business owner. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, everyone. Okay, so let's move on to our topic for today.
Global Digital Success Talks. Why ordinary people are creating extraordinary change together in the digital era. Era.
Yeah, so yes, so that's what we're going to be talking today. So welcome back to another episode of the Global Digital Success Talk, and let's start with this little question.
Yes, I mean, look at us. What happens when people from different countries, backgrounds, and life experiences come together with one vision? Transformation. Today, we're talking about the power of global connection and why so many ordinary people are creating extraordinary change together online.
Yes, that's right. So one of the most powerful things about this community, is realizing that we're not alone in wanting, more growth, more flexibility, more purpose, and more freedom in life. So today's conversation is about what becomes possible when people stop trying to build alone and start to build and growing together. So that's what we're going to be talking today. So for that, we're going to be talking about the following points.
So, our 5 points for today are: point number one, different backgrounds, same vision. Point number two, community creates momentum. Three, we learn faster together. Number four, real story inspire real change. Number five, leadership looks different today. And number six, we're building more than a business. So stay with us and let's start.
Yes. Thank you, Jesse. So yeah, so we're gonna be talking and starting with the first point.
Yes, so different backgrounds, same vision. Okay, so what amazing is today digital world is seeing people from Canada, US, UK, Europe, all around the world connecting through the same share goals. Parents, professional, immigrants, beginners, people looking for a change. Different story, but often the same desire: a better future and more control over the life. So, but what does this mean? Why are we so proud about it? Because in this digital era, seeing ordinary people for completely different backgrounds, parents, healthcare, construction worker, immigrants, and see them start all over, but with the same goal. And it's just, to create more opportunity for their future, to create more of opportunity for their family. And it's, we all have this survivor mode, but is we get burn out, with the financial problems. But at the end, we have the same vision. We want to grow. We want to become something different. We want to stop living paycheck to paycheck. And I think that's a part of the different backgrounds that we have. That's the same visions that we all share, and we are so proud about it.
Thank you, Jessie.
Too loud.
We do have a question here from, a comment from Elvira. She say, "Hi, ladies, watching live from BC, Canada. Good to see you all." So thank you, Elvira. Thank you for watching.
Hi, Alberia.
And also, we do have some comments. She also sent a like emoji. So thank you so much, Elvira, for the like emoji. Okay, so Jessie just talked about the different backgrounds, so same vision. So like Jessie mentioned, in our community, we are connecting, make connections with different backgrounds. We have like parents, professional, like she mentioned, all have different stories, but we all have the same desire. We all want a better future. We want flexibility. We have more time to spend with our loved ones. And at the same time, we want to be able to build that financial stability. Jessie also says different stories, same vision. That's powerful. So yeah. So okay, so let's move on to the second point.
So the second point I will talk about, community creates momentum. So honestly, one thing I realized in my own journey is this: building alone feels really heavy, which is true. When I first started my online business, I was stepping into something completely new in my early 50s. I had doubts, fear, and many moments where I questioned myself. But being surrounded by a supportive global community changed everything for me. Seeing ordinary people, parents, caregivers, immigrants, beginners slowly grow gave me belief that maybe I could grow too. So research actually shows that people are far more likely to stay committed to goals when they feel supported, encouraged, and connected to others. And I truly believe that, because when you're surrounded by people who are learning, showing up, and encouraging one another, you stop feeling alone in the process. Sometimes one conversation, one training, or one person believing you can completely change your mindset. And I think that's the real message I want to tell. Growth becomes easier when you don't try to carry everything by yourself. Thank you.
Thank you, Connie. We do have a comment here from Martinez Flaco. He says, "Happy Monday to you all." So thank you, Martinez. And he also sent a love emoji. So thank you for the love emoji.
Thank
Um,
you.
Also, so Connie just talked about the community creates momentum, and just like Connie shared her story, when you're part of the community, you're inspired by seeing others' growth, and that creates a belief like if they can do it, so can I, right? So the same thing, like sharing the experience that reduces fear, because people are all ahead of you. You are able to avoid those mistakes that other people did. So that will help to reduce that fear. And also the encouragement of the community, the celebrations of the milestones that you have achieved, the progress that you have achieved and all that. So that's why being part of a community creates that momentum. All right, so let's move on to the next point. Oh, Patsy, I think you're muted.
We learn faster together. And one thing I truly believe is this: we grow faster when we learn together. In today's digital world, learning is no longer limited by location, age, or background. Now we can connect with people from different countries, different experiences, and different walks of life instantly. And that is powerful. Before, many people struggle alone. If you have questions, fears, or dreams, or sometimes you had nobody to guide you. But today, because of technology and community, we can share ideas, encourage one another, learn from each other's mistakes, celebrate each other's wins. Sometimes one conversation can give someone else hope again. And sometimes hearing another person's journey make you realize, if they can do it, maybe I can too. That's why community matters so much. Because growth becomes faster when people support each other instead of competing with each other. We all bring different experiences, different knowledge, and different strengths. When we combine those together, everyone grows stronger. So tonight, then, this reminds us success not only about learning more, is about learning together, because encouragement shared is powerful, knowledge shared is powerful, and people grow faster when they don't work alone. Thank you.
Thank you, Patsy. We do have a comment here from Najmoon Ahar. So she say inspirational words. So thank you, Najmoon. Thank you for your comment. Thank you for watching. Okay, so Patsy just talked about we learn faster together. And as Patsy mentioned, when we are learning together, we collaborate. Like, for example, right now we're collaborating, when you're learning, you share ideas. And when you have other ideas from other people, that help you to implement those ones into your business. Also, like learning from different perspective, because we are a global online community, you get different perspective from different cultures, different professions. So that really helps you to learn faster. And the support that we have from each other in real time. So Najmoon also sent watching from USA. Thank you, Najmoon. All right, so let's move on to our next point. So our next point is leadership looks different today. For a long time, leadership was tied to a position, like having a title, having an office, having a hierarchy, years of experience at one place. In the film industry, leadership often came with a structure. So we used to have directors, producers, department heads, authority, that was visible, and the role that was defined. But when I stepped into the digital world, I saw something different. Leadership wasn't about titles, it was about presence. It was about how you show up. So today's leadership looks like showing up consistently, even if it is inconvenient, encouraging others when they doubt themselves, sharing your experience honestly, not just your wins, and creating positive impact through clarity and integrity. In this digital space, you don't need permission to lead. You lead when you take responsibility for your growth, when you take responsibility for having more discipline, when you share what you're learning, and when you stay steady in uncertain seasons. So in our community, I've seen people grow into leadership, not because they declare it, but because they embody it. A parent who continues learning despite being busy. We see an immigrant who builds while adapting to a new country. And we see a professional who chooses alignment over comfort. So leadership today is in influence through example. It's not loud, it's not performative, it's consistent. And the beautiful part is that anyone can grow into leadership. So you don't need to know everything. You don't need to be the most experienced, and you don't need to be the loudest voice in the room. What you need is integrity, consistency, willingness to grow, courage to be visible, desire to serve. So leadership is the digital era is leadership in the digital era is accessible because influence is accessible. So your voice matters, your story matters, and your consistency matters. So you lead the moment you decide to rise, not just for yourself, but for others watching quietly. So here is a message for you. Don't wait for a title to start leading. Lead with your example. Lead with your discipline. Lead with your growth. Because leadership today isn't about position, it's about impact. And an impact begins the moment you choose to show up with intention. So that's the message for you today for that point. And let's move on to the next point.
Okay, so we're going to be talking about we are building more than a business. And this topic really hits hard for me, We're building more than a business. And yes, people want flexibility and additional income streams. But deeper than that, many people are searching for belonging, for purpose, for confidence, for growth, and for meaningful connections. And that's what makes community powerful because we rise together. One of the biggest things I've learned through my journey is that most people are not just looking for money, they're looking for something they may have lost along the way. For years, I lived in a life centered around responsibilities, schedules, deadlines, survival, and taking care of everyone else. As a wife, as a mother, as an immigrant and a working woman, I became so focused on doing what needed to be done that somewhere along the way, I stopped asking myself, what truly fuels me? And I know many people silently feel the same way. From the outside, life looks fine. Some people even may see you as someone successful, but internally, many people feel disconnected, exhausted, unseen, or stuck in a routine that no longer aligns with who they are becoming. And that's why what we're building goes beyond business. Yes, learning modern skills and creating additional income streams matter. Flexibility and time freedom matters too. But what changed my life the most was the personal growth and the presence I could have with my family, surrounded by a wonderful community. For the first time in a long time, I found myself surrounded by people who encourage growth, people who believe in possibility, supported one another, and celebrated each other's progress instead of competing against one another. I started gaining confidence. I started believing in myself again. And I started using my voice. Before this business, I was someone shy. I was someone who was hiding in the corner, someone who didn't want to speak because I didn't have the confidence. And I started realizing that my story, my struggles, and my experiences could inspire and help others too. And that's powerful because when people feel supported, valued, and connected, they begin to grow into versions of themselves that they never imagined possible. That's why communities matter so much. We are not meant to do life alone. We rise faster, stronger, and with more purpose when we grow together. And for many people, this journey becomes more than building businesses. It becomes rebuilding themselves. And this is me talking. I have come so confident now, and I believe in myself more than ever because of this business, because of this opportunity. And yes, I had doubts, I had fears at the beginning, but that has changed along the way. So I want to leave you with this today. Sometimes the greatest transformation is not just the income you create, but the confidence, the purpose, and the healing and the connection you discover along the way. Thank you.
Thank you, Isabel. So Isabel just talk about, sorry. Isabel just talk about we're building more than business. So like Isabel mentioned, it's more and more people, are, yes, they're looking for flexibility and additional income, but also, they're looking to be part of a community where they have a purpose, where they can build that confidence, where they can get that growth and create those meaningful connections. So that's what makes, a community more powerful. Okay, so let's move on to our key takeaway for this topic today.
All right. So our key takeaway, what we want you to take away from all of this community is a proof that ordinary people can create extraordinary change. Okay, when they grow together, support one another, and stay connected through the purpose and the vision. No matter where you are, where you are joining from today, remember your story matter. Your growth matter. And you never have to build alone. We are here for you and we're supporting each other.
Thank you, Jessie. So what is our topic for next Monday?
So our topic next Monday will be from burnout to balance. Why more people are redefining success in the digital era.
Yes, that's what we're going to be talking today, next Monday. Sorry, just give me a sec. Okay, so that's what we're going to be talking next Monday. So we're going to be talking about, work-life balance, flexibility, what people are talking about, time freedom, mental well-being, and creating success without burnout. So you don't want to miss this powerful global conversation for next Monday. So saying that, we want to say thank you to everyone that has watched the live with us today. For those catching the replay, thank you so much. And to our followers, thank you so much for being part of our journey, for believing in us, and for engaging with our content. We hope so that you learn something, how people, in the online business are, are succeeding in this digital era because of the community, like we mentioned today. So thank you again for being here with us today. And we'll see you again for our next Monday's episode. So thank you for being part of the global
Digital
Global digital
success.
Yes.
Talk.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
See you.
See you.